You're not lazy, you're not broken, and you're not lacking discipline. Yet every day, you wake up knowing what you should do and still feel no energy to start. Tasks feel heavy, motivation feels distant, and slowly a quiet fear appears. Why can't I just get myself together? But what if the problem isn't motivation at all? What if motivation is only the symptom and something deeper is silently draining you? Psychology tells us this: motivation doesn't disappear randomly. It shuts down when the mind feels unsafe, not in a physical way, but emotionally. When your brain senses constant pressure, uncertainty, or unresolved stress, it switches from growth mode to survival mode. And in survival mode, your brain stops caring about goals. It only cares about one thing: conserving energy. That's why forcing yourself doesn't work. You try routines, you try motivation videos, you promise yourself tomorrow I'll change, but nothing sticks. Because your mind isn't refusing to move, it's protecting itself. The hidden reason you feel unmotivated is emotional overload, not from doing too much physically, but from carrying too much internally. Unspoken pressure, unresolved disappointments, constant self-judgment, feeling behind in life, comparing yourself silently with others. Your mind is always on, always calculating, always worrying, so it pulls the emergency brake. Motivation shuts down not as punishment, but as protection. This is why rest doesn't help sometimes. You sleep, you scroll, you take breaks, but your mind never actually rests. Because even during rest, you're thinking about what you should be doing, what you failed to do, or what might go wrong next. So rest becomes stressful too. Psychology calls this learned helplessness, when effort feels pointless because the mind believes nothing will change anyway. And when effort feels pointless, motivation disappears. This is why advice like just push harder or be more disciplined often makes things worse. Pressure is what exhausted you in the first place. Real motivation doesn't come from pressure. It comes from emotional safety. It returns when your mind feels understood, not judged, not rushed, not constantly evaluated. Healing doesn't start when you force yourself to act. It starts when you ask a different question. Not, why am I so unmotivated? But, what have I been carrying for too long without letting myself pause? You're not failing at life. You're tired of surviving silently. And when that weight finally lightens, motivation doesn't need to be chased. It comes back on its own, quietly, naturally, when the mind finally feels safe again.